Here's what we want. Let's bring this thing back.
Freeze the tape.
Okay, here's the 7, Dynamo Dixie. Here's the things I'm looking at. So I like this horse coming into today, right? I like the form, what I see on the paper. Now I'm at the track, or if I'm at home watching TVG, I get to see the horse in person. That's why we show you post-braids for this very reason. So my attention was alerted when I saw Dynamo Dixie. Why? Because the horse looks well. You see a nice shine to his coat. That tells me that the horse is feeling well. Secondly, from a physical standpoint, this horse looks like a horse that wants to go long. What do we mean by that? Well, we mean by that he's got kind of a lighter hind end here, you see.
Okay.
There's not a lot of muscle there. I mean, if this was a sprinter, he would probably have a hind end like this, a big, more muscular hind end filled in here, okay? So he's got that going for him. He's got what I say daylight underneath him. That's this section here. So he's not low to the ground. He's not carrying a big barrel like a sprinter here and would be all filled in here. And thirdly, I say you look at the pedigree, right? He's out of an Unverwain mare. Unverwain was a 1.5 mile horse in Europe on the grass by Dixie Chatter. This horse has only ever sprinted, but he's got the physique to go long. If you compare this horse to the 5, who we saw earlier in the post-parade Timeless Indy, you'll see a very, very different individual. So we'll go back to the horses on the track, and I want to bring up the 5 and show you the difference in his physical looks compared to the 7.
Simon, that was outstanding stuff, and this is what we like to bring you here from TVG, and the most modern studio you'll find as far as networks that cover horse racing on a daily basis. No one has the technical capabilities that we have, but it also comes down to the people with knowledge who can use it and then show it to you at home. So let's continue on this discussion about what you're looking for in the post-parade. Now, you're going to show us the 5, whom we saw moments ago, Timeless Indy. Okay,
you see the difference? I mean, I know if you, to the untrained eye, a horse is a horse. Everyone says they look all the same to me. But clearly a different physical specimen here. Goes to what I was saying about, look at the hind end, much more power here. Built like a sprinter, short coupled, not as much length from what we call the withers to the rump right there. The other horse, the 7, was much longer. You can see that. And what I was talking about underneath, look here, look at this big, strong barrel, a lot of depth to girth, although not a very wide horse. That's why he's wearing this strap. You see this leather strap here that goes around the chest and over the withers there? That is attached to the saddle, and it prevents the saddle from sliding back. So the horse is very narrow, but still very short, compact. And then when you look at the form, again, this horse has had a horrible form. And look, I can't make any excuses for that as far as distance goes. But the one thing that jumped out at me at him, his best effort recently, his last 10 starts, has been sprinting, 7 furlongs when he finished second, beaten 3 parts of a length. So I'm just trying to explain the 2 different types of physical appearances that you see, a short coupled sprinter and a horse that's never been long like the 7, who I think on looks from the post parade will appreciate the distance.